Welcome to Module 3. Now we're getting into understanding different types of income and the forms we use to report them. Why is this important? Well, as a tax preparer, it's your job to know what counts as income, how to report it, and how it affects your client's tax return. Now, in this module, I am going to share quite a bit of different forms. This is for you to just get familiar with the different types of forms. So do not feel pressured to load your brain with understanding each. As you are preparing your client's returns, these forms will begin to stick to you more and more, and you will always have this video to reference back to if you need it. So let's break it down. Let's start with the basics. So, what exactly is income? In tax terms, income is any money or value your client receives during the year. This includes wages from a job, interest from savings account, dividends from investments, or even money earned from side gigs like freelancing. And here's a key point. Unless the IRS specifically says it's not taxable, it is taxable. So when a client asks, do I have to report that? The answer usually is yes. But there are a list of incomes that aren't taxable, like child support, workers' compensation benefits, gifts, and more. If a situation comes up and you are not sure if it should be counted for, do exactly what I would do. I would ask somebody within the group, or ask Google, or even ask ChatGPT. Now, income comes in two different categories: earned and unearned. Earned income is what your clients get from working. This could be their salary, wages, tips, or income from running a small business. Then there's unearned income, which is money that comes from investments like interest, dividends, or rental properties. So while earned income comes from your clients actively doing something, unearned, unearned income is more of a passive moneymaker. Both are taxable, but they're treated a little bit differently when it comes to filing. So let's go a little bit more in depth about the common types of income and understanding what forms we as preparers use to report these types of incomes. Now let's start with wages and salaries. We have Form W-2, which your clients will receive from their employer. If your client is self employed or working as an independent contractor, they'll likely receive Form 1099 NEC for non employee compensation if they're getting paid through platforms like PayPal or Venmo, Cash App. They may also receive Form 1099K for payments processed through third party networks. Once you've gathered these forms, you'll use Schedule C to report the total self employment income along with business expenses. For investment income, you'll see Form 1099 INT for interest from savings accounts and Form 1099 DIV for dividends from stocks or mutual funds. If your client has sold assets like stocks or property, you'll use Form 1099B or 1099S and report any capital gains or losses on Schedule D. Understanding these forms is crucial for getting a complete picture of your client's income. We also have Form 1098T. This form is issued by educational institutions to report tuition and related expenses. If your client or their dependent is attending school, this form is key for claiming valuable education credits like American Opportunity Credit or Lifetime Learning Credit. Next up is Form 1095A, which reports health insurance coverage from the health insurance marketplace. If your client received health insurance through the marketplace, you'll need this form to ensure their credits are calculated correctly and to avoid paying back any excess subsidies. Then there's Form 1099R, which reports distributions from retirement plans like pensions, IRAs, or annuities. Whether your client retired, took an early distribution, or received a lump sum from their retirement account, this form is crucial for reporting that income and determining whether it's taxable. Finally, we have Form 1099G, which reports unemployment benefits and other government payments, such as state or local tax refunds. With so many people receiving unemployment benefits in the recent years, you'll likely see this form often, and it's important to report these payments accurately to avoid underreporting income. Now, there are other income types you might encounter. Social Security benefits are reported on Form SSA 1099, and depending on the client's total income, some of these benefits might be taxable. There are rental income from properties. This is normally reported on Schedule E. Gambling wins are reported on W2G. To wrap up, remember, you do not have to wrap your mind around all of these at one time. Let's get your reps in. Once you begin practicing tax returns and doing your own client's returns, be sure to familiarize yourself with these different forms as you go. And always ask your clients about any income sources. They might forget to mention it sometimes. In the next module, we're exploring deductions, credits, and adjustments to income, going more in depth on Schedule C deductions for self-employed individuals as well. Get ready to help your clients keep more of their hard-earned money.